Alright, y'all. Let's get into it, y'all. I want us to start taking our trades like this. Alright? The market, I realize what it's doing. It's moving through phases. 4 phases. Called accumulation phase, markup phase, distribution phase, and then the markdown phase. Moves through 4 phases. If you can realize what phase you're in, you can make the smart move, And the game of the market, it plays through ceilings and floors, man. It plays through ceilings and floors, and it's like I'm gonna show you how we gonna maximize our trades, and how really get the most of it, and have the less risk and have the highest possible chance of winning. You don't need no indicators. Only indicator you can use is fractals. If you go to your indicator list, it's probably in, let's see, Bill Williams fractals. All right. All right, so check this out. I'm just going to do it like this. I'm going to take a trend line. Everybody, the pair that you're going to trade, you start off on the day chart. Once you have it set up, put your fractals on. Oh yeah, for those who don't know what a fractal is, fractal is like the middle point of something. Let's see if they got some examples. Fractals. It's like the middle point of something. If you take your middle finger and if you look to the left, you'll see that the next 2 fingers is going lower. And if you look to the right, you see the next 2 fingers are going lower. So that middle finger is the fractal. Like the triangle, the top of it is a fractal point. On the left is going down, on the right is going down. So that's the middle point. It's a fractal. Alright, so on the market, fractal, that's the middle point. See, on the left, right where the crosshairs at on the left. You see, the next 2 candles is going down. The next 2 sides is going down. So this is the middle point right here. All right. So if you follow the market, I see it went up here and then came back down here. So something, if you catch the flow of things, this is science now. If you catch the flow of things, the market came up here, something had to stop it from going up to make it come back down. Boom. Something had to, something had to flow it and knock it, So this is a ceiling. It has 3 blue candles in it. See, 1, 2, 3. This is a weak supply. Alright, so this is ceiling, so I'll just take a trend line and I'll just go straight across. All right, I know it's the ceiling. You got a 3 candle hit. You got a fractal made. Take an arrow. This is a floor. So now I know I see my ceiling and I see my floor. If I zoom out, I'm near a bottom. I could be in accumulation phase. So it'd definitely be a good time to buy. If this was the bottom, this would be a good time to buy because when it does the markup. This looks like this here goes to distribution phase. This was the last piece of it right here. So if you missed that piece right there, that 1 candle, boom, boom, don't forget it. You missed out because you don't get in here. This is where the big boys looking to cash out on you. Yeah, you selling. You looking for sell orders here, and that bitch snatch right back up on you. You know, this is the daily chart. If you was to catch this, this is 997. Yeah, that's a good about about 300 to 400 pips. 997 to 667. Yeah, about almost 300. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days, 300 pips. If you had a standard lot on that order, that's $3,000. You feel me? For the week. Dang. Sure, maybe let's see if we got that patience, man. Maybe if we can get these, we can take advantage of this stuff, man. We can really eat out here, y'all. With patience. The market is always moving. Oh my God, so I'm just gonna do a little. We're gonna do tests, bro. I'm gonna first we show you how we're gonna take the trades, though. Basically, you want to try to get sell orders near the ceiling as possible. You want to try to get close to the ceiling as possible. You want to have buy orders near the floor as near as possible. So if I know this is the ceiling, this is the floor, so it's bouncing up, I know it's going towards the ceiling. All right. This looks like this was the accumulation phase, and it's going up. Now, this is the daily time frame. All right. So something for something to move the candles and have them going the other way means these are really big floors. So look, something is already making this starting to go back down. You know, well, I won't really know till the end of the day. You know, so I leave it like that. If I was looking to sell, I want to get closer up to here. You know, I want to catch it here, sell it high. If I'm looking to buy, I want it to come down here. You know, so that's the ceiling. The next ceiling after that, I see is right here. It's really right here. It's a real ceiling. So I know if I catch a buy down here near this floor and it bounces up again, I know it's liable to catch this ceiling. And if that could be the end of the accumulation phase. If this is accumulation phase, I'll be smart investor to buy it down here. And then boom. If it was the markup phase, this would be the last point to get in, and boom. Here go the markup phase. It's liable to take this one out. There's another floor up here. You know, the market's gonna go where it's gonna go, but it's going to hit a floor. It's going to hit a floor. You know, the market already showed you where the floor is at. It's gonna come back and hit all these points eventually. Eventually, these points are going to be taken out. If you look in the past, When it's going up, it's taking out all the previous ceilings. When it's going down, it's taking out all the previous floors. Like all these points over here, these were all floors. When the market came back and took those out, and it just makes new ones. Look, all these. Look, this is a ceiling right here. Look how long that stretched out. So if we know these are ceilings, and every time we catching it here at the ceiling during the distribution phase, and then boom, catching all these pips, came back to the ceiling again. Smart investors catch at the beginning. Boom, all these pips. Look at that, it just drops. That's the end of the distribution phase. Now this boom. On a smaller time frame, this is still part of a markdown. This is part of a markdown, so accumulation phase could be down here. But taking the day time frame first, then we go to your 4 hour. Let's see. On a smaller time frame, it looked like the 4 hour accumulation phase already begun in the markup phase. Cause look, came down here at its lowest point, starting to go up, started taking out ceilings. Like, see here, look, just the floor hit here, came up, look, came back down. So this is the new ceiling. Look, that was a ceiling. Let's just follow it. Look, it goes up, ceiling, it starts to come back down. So look, 3 candles hit, boom, supply. Look, 3 candles. You're gonna demand. Get an arrow. Just go across. So look, boom. Now it's going up. So what I'm looking for, if I'm about to take a trade, what I'm looking for, all right, I just zoom out. What phase will look like I'm in? Well, I'm near the bottom, so I'm already going to think accumulation. I see it's been traveling down for a while. I'm thinking accumulation. I'm looking for the very bottom to start getting trades up. All right. So if I know if it's accumulation phase soon, a markup phase is going to come by. I already marked my charts on the higher time frames, on the daily time frame, so I see my ceilings. So I know where if it can't look, this like it's common sense. If a ball bounces on the floor, it's going to bounce up because it can't go past the floor. If you throw it to the ceiling, it's going to bounce back down because it's a ceiling. The harder I throw the ball to the ceiling, the faster it's going to fall back down. Or the harder I throw the ball to the floor, the higher it's going to bounce back up. That's just common sense. So all these are possible ceilings. Which one's the real ceiling? I don't know. It could bust through this one. Boom. But then boom. The only thing it's going to do, it come take out all the floors coming back down. All the floors that was made. That's what all it does all day. Just go through cycles, but through 4 phases. In each time frame they do it their own phases. So you can mark them out. See, that's why we're marking out our floors on the higher time frames first. So on the shorter time frames while we're watching it, we already know where our major floors and ceilings at. So when it goes there, it really has to do some damage on a small time frame to bust them. So if it doesn't bust them and hit the ceiling, that's the best time to take a sell. And then you know what phase you're in the market. So I'm gonna show y'all how all that makes sense, man. All right, so we're just gonna follow this. Hits the ceiling, boom. Comes back down, hits the floor, boom. I look like I'm in the accumulation phase. So I want to catch some buy orders in. So it comes up again. You see, it's starting to fail, come to the ceiling, and it starts coming back down. So I only see 2 candles. So I know it's still traveling down. It's not really a supply hit, haven't came yet. So where is it going? It has to be going towards the floor. So that's where it's going, to the floor. Boom. Boom. So if you look, like I said, the market always leaves clues. Matter of fact, not the arrow. I'm trying to do this real time, like this is what we would have really did. So like I said, if it's moving like that, you see that's the floor. You see that, okay? Yeah, you see that. I see 3 candles, so yeah, I can make that a floor. You see, market came up here. Next candle, you see the market starting to go back down. Like, okay, it's going to the floor. So it's getting closer to the floor. It looks like it's changing. Okay, boom, touch the floor. Next candle starting to go up. I could buy, because where do you think it's going to go next? You tell me. Before we even see the next candle, where do you think it's going to go next? To the next, the highest, the next ceiling en route. So right here was the ceiling, because the market came up here and it fell back down. The real ceiling's here. Because look, I haven't seen a supply hit yet. It's only 2 candles, but I know it's going to at least come here. So if I buy right here, 065, and put my take profit, my first take profit is right here. This is 096, 065. Well, that's about 30 pips. $10 a point is times 30. That's $300. Get a standard lot on that, or even 150 if you just put 5 mini lots on that. $5 a point. Even $1, $35. Just from right here to here. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Where was that? It was right here. Oh yeah. That's how the ceiling came about. So look, now we can draw a line across. Just gonna do it again. Alright, so look. Let's just say you bought right there. If it goes back to this floor, you bought right here. So I already know if it goes past here, I already don't want it. I don't want to lose more than 10 pips anyway. So this is 056. If it comes back to like right here, well, just pull out. Just pull out. Lose your 10 pips. And if you're smart, like say you bought right here. Well, actually, it never happened, so it don't matter. But you just don't lose no more than 10 pips. Just come out, get a better entry, get in like right here, But let's just say you bought there. It's got to at least come back to the next ceiling. So if you watch it, let's see what happens. It's going up. Oh, that's exactly what it did. I don't know why I keep doing it. That's exactly what it did. See? It came out, it took out that ceiling. See, it wasn't even a real ceiling. But it took it out. You're always going to come back and touch them floors. Boom. So that was your first take profit. You start seeing it come back down. It goes up a little bit more. Say you held the trade. This is 4 hours now. So it's going to take a while for this to complete. So it's coming up here. You already bought right here. After this 4 hours hit, and boom. Next, by the 8th hour, you see like, okay, yeah, I know it's going here to the floor. To the ceiling, because it just bounced from the floor. So if you bought from here, this is 0.55. Yeah, man, look, man, you already 30 something pips in point. Yeah, about 40 something pips. 95. Man, that's about what? 40 pips. Boom, gold. Quit $400 in 8 hours, man. If you did a stand a lot on that. $400. You could have put up. You could have said no more than 10 pips. $100, man. $100. If you had $100, you could have put alright no more than $10. Should have made a quick little 40. $40. $2. You would have risked $2 a point. A dub. Real quick 80. This is the day's work in 8 hours. This is an 8-hour shift. $3. This would have got you what? 120. 120. This is standard lot. Would have got you. This would have got you about $400 in 8 hours. Cash money. That was an easy trade. You saw it. It bounced off the floor. We already drew our floors. So boom, it has to go to the ceiling. It just showed us where the ceiling was at. It showed us. Boom, it hit it. Now it's coming back down. So it gotta go back down to the floor. So now, if you see it going back down, you could easily put a sell in because now you know where it's going. You'd have been in profit again. See, smart investors. Boom. And on a smaller time frame, this would have been accumulation phase, markup phase. Up here would have been distribution phase, and this would have been the markdown phase, coming right back down. You would have saw that on a smaller time frame. But if you saw this, you know these are ceilings. Boom. And it starts coming back down. Where do you think it's gonna go? To the floor. So I'll just bought here, sold it, made cash, took another sell order. Boom. Buy it back. Buy low, sell high. You always want to sell near ceilings. That's how you get the best chance. So if I was wrong, if I sold up here and it continues to go up, busting ceilings, just get out. That's a small loss. I'll take that loss. Just get out. Well, if I'm right, it's going to go back down. I'm catching all this profit. All that profit travels to the floor, which I already see is down here. Came back at 95. Catch it right back. That's all within 4 hours. So you could have bought here within 4 or 5 hours. Maybe say you got to stand a lot, 4 or 5 hours, cashed out here, maybe about $400, and then sold again. As it's coming back down. And at that same hour, the same 8 hours complete. That's another $300 basically. Sold at the 97. 67, another 30. Quit another $300. Could have easily cashed out right there. $700 in 8 hours. Almost $100 an hour, man. Almost. $800 a day. You know, look. Comes down. What? Here you go. Blue can. 3 blue candles. So they go to supply hit. Come back down, so now I'm waiting for the demand. So it's going down. I see a blue candle. I see 3 candles. Ooh. So if I were to saw this, in the next candle I see it starting to travel up. So what I already see is, okay, if it's traveling up, something happened, it's not able to, cause look, if it's traveling up and it already broke 2 previous highs, look, this is the last high and this is the last high. It broke 2 previous highs, I know it's going up. You know. Low, retest. You know, failed to break the low. Made a new high. Here, come back, retest. So I know it's looking to make a new high. It's just the rules of the game. And then look, boom. I know it's going to the next ceiling. The last ceiling I seen was right here. Boom, it showed it to me. So could have easily bought again. Could have easily bought that market again. You could have bought in right there. Boom. 63. You know it's going towards the ceiling. You know. So let's see. Okay. So now look. Boom. Next candle. Boom. You see, boom, within the 4 hours, you hit your goal. You bought down here, 64, and went back up to the source of ceiling. So your take profit goal one was right here, 98. So that's about 30 something points, 34 points. Stand a lot. It's $340 within 4 or 5 hours. Now you could have kept on going, because you see with the next candle, it was still rising. So you didn't have to cash out. Now if you was watching it, now if you didn't watch it, set your take profit goals. If you're not gonna watch the chart, set a take profit goal and set a stop loss of 10 pips. You don't lose no more than 10 pips. And if you already deep in profit, like getting close to your goal, then at least set your stop loss like somewhere that you comfortable to taking home, if this is the case the market reverses. So if you right here near your goal, you know, I'll probably set my take profit to the next goal and then put my take profit somewhere right around here near the goal. So I'll be happy with the earnings. But if you get it in right here, 62, and you market like right here, this is 96. Shoot, you already up $340. So I'll probably set my thing to like $300. I'm okay taking $300 home. You know. Smart investors, they buy the accumulation phase, which is down here, and they're looking to cash out spots. They're looking for spots to cash out. You know. So now you could have held it if you see that it's within that same hour it's still going up. Then you know that you're gonna take profit goal number 2. And you see it's still going up. You know, you could have held that bit. So where's the next ceiling before this? Is really right here. This was the next ceiling. Remember, eventually it's going to come back and take all these points out. That's what all the market does, is come back and touch where it left off. So it's easy to buy right here. It's easy. You can easily see that. Yeah, so you see? Now it's making new floors. So I'll make new floors. These on the higher time frames, 4 hours. So if you would have held that, you can on your next third take profit go way up there. So, boom, it just comes high out like that. And if I see it start coming back down, I would have been took profit like right up around here. You know, that's 141. If you caught it from down here, you know, 64. This is all in just 8 hours. 64, and you got to 140. That's about 80 points. You know, this is about $800. You know, $800 in 8 hours. That is $100 an hour. You feel me? And if you have multiple orders, then oh my God, like you only risking 64. All right, look, 64. You buying around here. This last ceiling, you see, the last floor is right here. So this is 10 and 51. So it's about 10 pips. So about $100. You're risking $100. Say you put up multiple orders. You can always stop it out before, but say you had put up multiple orders, 2, 3, 4. Like say you had like a $400 account, or you wanted to put up, or $1,000 account, and you wanted to put up $100 on the trade. So you are all right, man. This might be a good trade. I could put three, four orders in. That's about $300, $400. It's already traveling up. After the first day, after the first 4 hours, you would have been up in profit. Would have had 4 orders and 64, look, 200. You already been up $800 in the fourth hour. After 4 hours, and then after that, from here to here, like, come on, 1 4, that's 80 points. 800 times 4. Man, it's like 3 bands, man. You can make like 3 bands in 8 hours, man. 3 bands in 8 hours. Now you got a $4,000 account, $3,000 profit. I already got a formula. When we get paid, keep 30% of your take 30% of your profits after every trade. Every trade, just do the math on it. 30% of your profits is going to your personal self, your personal account. That's you paying yourself. The other 30%, you want to keep in another account for you to invest later in life. Like every month, you may take money from this account to invest in other things. Cause you want to have multiple streams. So 30% of that, then leave 30% in here. So if you made 3,000, give yourself 1,000 to enjoy yourself, pay bills, live life, have fun. You got yourself extra $1,000. Put another $1,000 for you to invest into other adventures, to make money, or into your adventures. It's like your backup source for your businesses. Then use the other 1,000. You just had $1,000 already, so now add another 1,000. Now you got $2,000 to play with. $2,000 to trade with. $1,000 put up, $1,000 in your pocket to go do whatever. You gotta pay yourself. You'll keep growing like that. So now you see it comes up here. You see it come up here. And it starts coming back down. I'm going to just teach you on the big time frames first, but I'm going to teach you how to really catch the trades, how to laser it down. So now see it's here. You see it's going down. Okay, so now you know this is a ceiling. For a fact now. So you got to let the market close. You got to let it, that's why you got to have patience. Let it show you what it's doing. And if you understand what's going on, you'll know how to take advantage. Now I know it's a ceiling, so now it's coming down. Boom. Boom, okay. I see this move, a harami. This is a harami. When every time you see one move in it, they call this a harami pattern. So after I see that, I can easily say, all right, floor. Tim, you never saw that. I'm going to show you how it's easy to pinpoint that, though. Market leaves clues, man. So, boom. I would have saw this harami. The next candle pop. That's the rule. Where was that? Okay. Remember, we already made profits on these trades earlier. So you could have sold up here. Coming back down. Let me show you how. All right, look at this. You would have never knew this was a floor, though. Tell you the truth. So you probably would have called it like right there, like looking like, dang, what is that? What is that? So, although like, see this. So that's why you guys got. All you really need is like 1 or 2 markets. To tell you the truth, and just follow them, bro. You're gonna take advantage of them, and then when you get big enough where you can read multiple screens and watch multiple pairs at a time, because you already know what's going on in each thing, then that's when you can start scaling up and just do multiple currencies. But till then, when you starting out, just need 1 or 2. So looking at 4 hours. Look, I'm just gonna go back. Look at a 30-minute time frame. So I already seen it hit that. So you can tell. You can tell this that move I was talking about. This is the beginning of a markdown phase. Let's see, markdown, and then here go the accumulation phase right here. And look at that move. Boom, boom. Beginning of the markup phase. It should take off. Feel me? Back up to the ceiling. But yeah, see, when we would have cashed out, we could have got back in. You go down even further. You would have seen it right here. We're like, okay, we would have made your floors and your major ceilings. We would have checked it. You see, boom, it's not getting no higher. You know, I already see the supply. I see 3 candles, 1, 2, 3, right here, and it started to go back down because it's sold right up in here. Sold right up in there. You already looked. Remember, you already saw it on the higher time frame. You know, it was really the 4 hours. So you just got you just a good entry. Probably got you a good entry up in here and just let it ride back down to the flow. And as a guy, that's exactly what happened. I just see if it was on a 5-minute frame. You already saw it in the 4 hour. You see what happened. You seen it touch this and then came back down here. So on the 4 hour chart, see like down was that the ceiling. So you come back on a 5-minute frame. I'm looking. I just zoom out. I'm like, okay, what phase? It looks like I'm in accumulation. Okay, I could tell that's where the bottom now, near the floors, the markup. So I'm at the top, so it must be near distribution. So a sell. This could be a good sell opportunity. You know, make my floors. Let's see here. Look, let me draw them out. Let me not just talk. Look, here go the floors. Here go the floor. Here go the ceiling. I'm looking from here. Comes up here, 3 candles, starts coming back down. So that's the ceiling. So it didn't even come close to this high. Here goes supply hit, here goes demand. Here goes supply, so here goes demand. So if demand, gotta go back to the floor down here. Boom, what you did, and started reversing back up. It's about to right here. Then it starts going back down. I was like, dang, there go 3 candles right there. Unless the souls are sold, like right up in here. Let's just say I sold right here. Let's see how high my entry, how good my entry would have been. Let's just say I sold. Okay, it's still playing. Alright, just say I sold right here. This is coming down, going back to the floor, cause that's where I gotta go. What you did, boom. So that means I sold near the ceilings in the distribution phase. If this is the distribution phase, and I sold near the ceiling, this is where smart investors would have sold. So now I'm gonna hold my position. I caught it on a 4 hour time frame flow. A 4 hour time frame. Something had to push this thing back. Boom. So I would have got it right here where this green line at. Look at the floor, okay. 1, 2, 6. And look at this. The floor is down here. Or the floor is really was down here. So you letting them ride out. So the first 8 hours, 127 to 071, it's about 50, 60 pips. 127 to 70. Yeah, about 57 pips. You got you a good entry. You ain't losing no more than 10 pips. Hold that bit for about 8 hours. Boom. First 4 hours, next 4 hours. Boom. Just like that. And if you would have saw the Harami the next candle, it's 87. So if you got at 127, that's still, say you held in because you thought it was going to go here. Next candle, you seen this? Easy would have known, oh, pull out. Still got $470. Pull out and now buy. And now it's going back to the floor. Back to the ceiling. About at 180. Back up to $400. Keeps going. All the way up here to the next ceiling. That's my take profit goal number one. 148. We would have bought here at the 90. Right to the ceiling. 56 points again, another $600-700. That's just doing one standard lot. You know. I'm already doing $15 a point, man, because I like 15. I like 15 better. 15 is just that number. Like, that's why I can't wait. If he gets 57 points times 10, you know, it's 570. But if you get 57 times 15, you know, that looks a little better, 855. We'll catch 89 pips times 10, you know, it's 890. Times about 15. You know, this looks a little better. You know, we'll start doing $15 a point. So just catching 6 pips. It's almost $100. So I know catching pips like these, come 20, that's gonna be nothing. $345, like, when you gonna get paid? 100. Just don't lose no more than 10 pips. That's about 150. But $1,000 account, I know I'm liable to catch 54 pips and, you know, 85, 32. That time 15. Come on, 480. So look, comes up here. It's a daily ceiling. It's so easy to read. He goes a daily ceiling. You know, daily ceiling. So as it gets close to here, all you gotta do is just take a box, like a highlight. Or as close to the ceiling, I can see what it's doing. Stop. Next candle pops down. How can this? All right. Go down to the hour time frame and just see. All right. Zoom out. Looks like I'm at the accumulation phase, distribution phase. I'm at the top. All right. Where's my floor? Sorry, y'all. Look at my floor. My ceiling. I already seen my daily ceiling. It's right there. I didn't mean to move to the other thing, but it's right there. So I know it's not breaking it. So I'm like, that could be the highest point right there. So market comes back down. It's at the floor right now. It's going up. Keeps coming to this floor right now. I don't want to sell at the floor. I kind of want to sell. What I'm trying to sell at the floor is if I want to sell at the beginning of a markdown phase. But smart investors, they'll sell at the ceiling. So I see the 3 candle hit. I don't see the blue candle, so I know supply hit's going to come sooner or later. I want to try to catch it as high as near the ceiling as possible. So boom, more 3 candles hit. Another demand hit. Look, here goes some more blue candles. Sorry, y'all. Some more blue candles. It comes back down, but I didn't see 3 yet. Come back down to the floor. Alright. Makes a little doji, then boom, starts coming back up. They call this move right here abandoned baby bear. I'm gonna start teaching y'all patterns. You know, it's reversal patterns. But I already knew where my floor is at. So I see it's not breaking my floor. So if it comes to the floor, it's going the other way. You can always buy. Because if you buy, where's the next ceiling at? This was really the ceiling right here. It's a small ceiling, but I know it has to at least go there. You see this? Well, you can easily bought this one. 146. Take profit at 160. Quick 14. $1,440 if you had to stand a lot. I was gonna say I want to do 15. Look, let's see even simple pips like 14 times 15. Quick $210 in your pockets in an hour. Easy trades to take. The market always gonna show you where it's going. It's gonna come back and hit it eventually. So boom, busted. Come up in here. I already had my red box. Sorry, y'all. I had my red box, and look. Comes up in the box. Starts coming back down. And I would just have my sell order in here because I know this is the ceiling. So really, how much pips this is? 171. I only went about 10 pips anyway. Closer to here I can here is the better. So boom, this is on a higher time frame. This is a daily ceiling. So this had enough power to turn it and make it go back down the other way for days. So this is definitely a good entry. Boom, sold up here, right in this box. Boom, starts coming back down. All right, smart investors get in the ceiling part of the distribution phase. So if I'm a smart investor, boom. So now I'm waiting for the for markdown phase. So how I know this markdown phase occurs? All right, where my floor is at. So if I'm already selling, I know it's going back down to the floor. Where my floor at? So you sold up here 171. First hour. Boom, broke the floor. Came back up. First hour, 171 to 124. You already got 50 points the first hour. 50 points first hour. Where my next floor at? It's down here. On the hour time frame. I don't really draw arrows and lines on the time frame. If I do, I'll make them this a little bit different color, just to know this is the weaker one. These are the weaker floors. The higher floors are the 4 hours in the daily time frames. The ones you draw. That's why we draw on that one first. Well, you know where everything's at, so you will know to sell up here. All it does is make a new floor for it to come back in and pick up. It's gonna come back here one day. I'm gonna make these gray so I can know these are weaker ones. And once they already been hit, you can erase them. See, I can erase that one. This been hit already. This floor has been hit already. I want to see the current. What's current? See, this has been hit already. You can take those out. All these been hit already. That's all the markets do. It's gonna make new points and it's gonna come back and get them. It don't never go nowhere. It's a game. Do fear and greed. People buy here, it gets scary. You start selling. You know, people get greedy. If I see here, look, bust that first floor, my next floor is not to down here in our time frame. So now I'm selling. I already sold up here. This looks like it could be the beginning of the markup, so it can go down further. You know, but if I sold up here, I'll be looking to take profit anyway. That's what I'm saying. Markdown phase. Smart investors are looking to take profit. So I made some notes so y'all guys can understand a little bit better. It's the 4 phases. Accumulation phase, smart investors, you know, they buy near a floor. You know, markup phase, good traders buy at the beginning or don't buy at all. Smart investors look to for cash out spots. Distribution phase, retail traders look to buy. Smart investors cash out and sell. Cash out and sell near ceilings. Markdown phase, good traders sell at the beginning or don't sell at all. Smart investors are looking for cash out spots. So distribution phase is where retail traders buying. That's why they lose money. Smart investors, they cash out and they sell near ceilings. So that's what I just said. Distribution phase, you know, smart investors who bought down here near the accumulation phase, near the floor. They're looking to cash out up in this area. Or they was looking for cash out spots already. So it says retail traders buy in this distribution phase. It's the distribution. Retail traders are buying this. That's why they're losing their money. Smart investors are selling, are cashing out and selling. So you caught up in this area. Anywhere in this area. This smart investors do it at the ceiling. So if you got it anywhere here, or here, if you got it here, that's best. You got the best spot. Here's a good spot. Up in this area. And up in here. So these are the good spots. These are where the smart investors get in at. You got to be the smart investor. You have to be the one to get up in here. 170. So now you're looking for cash out spots. Here go a cash out spot right here. 140. You know, 115. 106. All these are gonna be in those spots right here. 106. You got at 170, 70 pips. $800. You know, but the real floors is back to right here. At least. So it could still be the markdown phase. You could still hold. It's up to you, your judgment. I'll cash out and just wait for the accumulation phase to start buying again. This is where the retail traders are getting in at. Way down here. Retail traders are getting in right here. So I think this was the beginning of the markdown phase. That's why I showed you direction out here. This little move probably took the people that sold out because they got scared. And now, boom. I think it's going to make its way back and go down some more. Go back down here. If you look at the daily time frame, you know, see all these little blues ain't really nothing. The dark blue ones, these are a little bigger, but you know, you see the real floor on the daily time frames right here. So it's liable to come way back down here. You just won't know. That's why you gotta hold it. So if you look at the daily time frames, I see it bounce off the floor. If you was smart, you would have got it up here. And it's making its way on down. See, this looks like the accumulation phase, though. So I want to get some buy orders in near these blue floors down here, around these blue floors. It's a 4-hour time frame. I want to get buy orders around these blue floors because this looks like the accumulation phase on a much larger time frame. I'm selling at the ceilings. Selling at the ceilings. So I'm selling at the ceilings. So if you look down 30-minute time frame, I can take this out. I can just track it and just watch it. There goes the floor. If I look at it on the top, look back, it looks like I'm in a markdown phase, headed to accumulation. So the best moves would be selling at the ceilings. I don't want to buy yet. Well, actually, because it could be accumulation. Actually, I do want to buy. If I look on a smaller time frame, it already looks like I'm on the accumulation phase. You see that? Yeah, this looks like an accumulation phase on a smaller time frame. And the market could be going up. They're taking out all these ceilings. So you can just see them. You can see them, y'all. Look. Ceiling number 1. Ceiling number 2. It's going to come back and take all those points out one day. Now I see the floors. It's going to have to take out one of them right now. The major ones is when you see at least 3 candles in it. So the real major one's way up there. So I haven't seen a solid 3 candle hit yet. So I know it's coming. So there's got to be the accumulation phase. So binary floor. So this was the last floor. This may be the last chance to get in, tell you the truth. 116. Just don't lose no more than 10 pips. So look, I can get in. I'm just gonna get in. This is a small time frame. I don't want to lose more than 10 pips. On a daily time frame, you know, it looks like it's accumulation phase. But remember, smart investors buy near a floor. If I make that analysis on a daily time frame, then make sure you do trades on that frame. So on the daily time frame, I would like to buy down here. Looking on the hour time frame, it looked like it could have been a floor. As I get lower and lower, it looks like the market's fixing to come back the other way. See, it looks like it's fixing. So, what I'm going to do is just a 15-minute chart. So I'm going to wait till 10 o'clock and see what happens. If it's like going the other way, get out. Well, if I'm right, take profit one gold can be right here. 128. I bought it at 117. Alright, 128 right here. Next goal, 130. Next goal, 137. It's $200-$300. So I'm just gonna let it rest for a little bit. But the real money is when you catch them on these higher time frames. See that? Catching them at the beginning. So what I'm gonna do next is make a color code so we can have a certain way to label the arrows and label the color scheme and everything. That way we know what's what. Once you know which one's your higher floors and higher ceilings, it'll be easy to make moves. You really just gotta be patient and just wait for it to let the market come to you. It's like fishing. You throw the bait out there. You already know what you're looking to catch. So you just let the bait come to you. And once it comes, you cook it and reel it in. You gotta think like the smart investors. Look, it's already in profit. So if this was a pullback, how I catch it even on a higher time frame, how I caught the beginning of how I get a buy order right here. Like, who does that? Who will buy? Who buys right there? Like, what the heck? That's because I saw this move on a small time frame. That's why I'm gonna make sure I judge it on a small time frame. You know. See, look, it could be going the other way. I don't know. It's like, retest, feather break, low, retest. Let's see if it's feather break. You just gotta let it watch it. And if it go down, you just pull out. Never lose more than 10 pips. See, this is not a this would be a bad entry on a higher time frame. Because I'm buying, the floor will be right here. So I should want to buy it right here. See what I'm saying? But I know it's going to go up because, one, let's see, demand. I see some bullish bull candles. Bull candles. Another demand hit. One bullish bear candle. Two of these. It's gonna fake. And it's gonna go do 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 do. See what I mean? Or the smart person would have got in right here. Because they would have seen that it's coming down. This was the floor. And it's fell in the break. And it's starting to go back up. You would have bought right here. And hope that it goes up here. See, if you're not willing to sit here and watch it and wait to monitor it, you set your stop loss. Then you go to modify. First, look where you sold and bought it at. I bought it at 2,117, so 117.4. If I bought it, so my stop loss should be around not 117, but what's 10 lower? 107.4. So I should modify order and put 107.74. I'm not gonna put it in now because I feel like once you put your stop loss in, the market knows where you're trying to get out at. So I'm trying to remain anonymous. I want to remain anonymous. This is only if I'm not gonna watch it. No, this time frame, 109 would have been way much better than getting in at 117. I'd have been already up $100 in profit if I would have bought near the floors. The floors are down here. Kind of bought in the middle. The ceilings are all up here. So if I had a soul right here, came down, bounced on the floor, got out, came back up, feeling, sold again, mark up phase, boom. I'm gonna caught these two floors, dude. You gonna call all that, man. And then you buy down here. Come back, you supposed to buy. Yeah, it's finna go back up though. It's finna go up to like right here. So we just have a formula. Just don't lose no more than 10 pips on the trade. We can easily catch trades like these. You took it because I think this is the accumulation phase. Smart investors get in on the accumulation phase near the floor. I think it's going to do its markup phase. The reason why it does this, the market is taking out all the people that was selling by doing the accumulation phase. Take out all them people out. Take out all their stop losses before it really goes back down again. So I really will know something in the next 30 minutes. Really. I should have some results. See my position is getting stronger and stronger. I'm risking $10 only at -4. You look at the hour time frame. I could let it ride out the whole hour. 4-hour time frame looks pretty decent. 5 minutes look like I might get some pullback. I already see 3 candles, so it could literally be. See, since I already see 3 candles, it could take a turn. But oh, I'm in profit. So see what my mentor was telling me. It's like right here, immediately put your stop loss on. He said that'll automatically cut your losses. He said once you positive, you just have a winning trade, so there's no reason why you should lose when you already won. Yeah, we'll see who it is. Who's that? Oh, you back already? Well, I'm gonna come back.